Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I'm going to talk about Hurricane Allison from 1995. Allison was a hurricane only in the season. It formed over the northwest Caribbean Sea and it was responsible for one death in western Cuba. The tropical wave moved over the Windward Islands on May 28, 1995 during the daylight hours of June. June 2nd, 1995, the first reconnaissance flight to the system found that it became a tropical depression around 0 UTC or midnight on June 3rd, 1995. On the northwestward, moving northwestward. The system strengthened into Tropical Storm Allison on June 3rd at around midday. It ran into the Yucatan Peninsula and deepened in convection and strengthened even though there were southwesterly upper-level winds. It became a 65-knot hurricane over the southeast Gulf of Mexico. It formed by 12 UTC on June 4th, 1995. On June 5th, 1995, at 6 UTC, it weakened below hurricane status. There were two landfalls within 1 hour. First was on June 5th, 1995, at 14 UTC. It made landfall near Alligator Point. Next, it made landfall on June 5th, 1995 at 15 UTC near St. Mark's. Winds were around 55 to 60 knots. It became a tropical depression over southern Georgia by 0 UTC on June 6th. And then, so here's just some more info while you look at the track of extratropical. The maximum wind speed was recorded at 74 knots from the Air Force Hurricane Hunter plane. On 19 UTC on June 5th, 1995, the highest absorbed sustained wind at 8 minutes were reported from a NOAA data buoy 42,003 at 52 knots, and the minimum pressure was recorded at 1346, 1527, 2224 UTC on June 4th, 1195 from Hurricane Hunters. In Cuba, Allison produced winds of 40 to 45 knots in Pinar del Rio, with the gusts up to 55 knots. Rainfall was up to 18 inches. In Florida, Allison produced winds of 50 knots at Cedar Key, and 1 minute sustained winds of 37 knots and the gusts of 47 at Turkey Point. At 30 minutes, sustained wind of 35 knots with a gust of 49 knots at St. George Island Causeway. So we actually do have some reports of waterspouts and tornadoes. But one waterspout June 4th at 2005, UTC 5 miles east of Ponte Verde Beach, Florida, moving north. Tornado June 5th at 2:45 UTC, Eastern Polk County, Florida. Two absorbers funneled down 75 homes near Haines City, sheds and trees down near Westlake Rails. Tornado June 5th, 7:38 UTC, Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Downed power lines plus tree, flipped two vehicles and minor damage to fences. And don't remember what that says. Tornado June 5th, 8:10 northern Nassau County, Florida, moving northwest. Also moved over St. Mary's around 4:20 UTC. Damage in Nassau County was light, and St. Mary's more severe. Elementary school had building damage. Kings Bay Naval Submarine Base had some damage, and some trees were down. Waterspout turned into tornado on June 5th, 1995 at 9:30 UTC, moved onshore near Brunswick and Glen, County, Georgia. Minimal damage to structures. Waterspouts of June 5th, 1995 from 9:45 to 10 UTC. Water spouts were sighted from Fernandina Beach in Nassau County, Florida. Thunderclouds were possible. Thundercloud possible touchdown June 5th, 1995, 10 UTC near Everett, Georgia, and Glenn County, Georgia. Tornadoes of June 5th, 1995 to 10:45 UTC, 2 touchdowns, and south of Brunswick, Georgia. Tornado June 5th, 1995, 12:51 UTC, Gainesville, Alachua, County, Florida. Tornado June 5th, 1995, 13:40 UTC, possible east of Interlachen in Patman, County, Florida. And more info. Rainfall from Florida to Tennessee was about 4 to 6 inches. Storm surge heights of 6.8 feet above National Geodetic vertical datum were measured in Appalachia Bay, Torquay Point, Florida. Maximum storm surge 6 to 8 feet at Wauchula to Dixie counties, 4 to 6 at Franklin counties, and 2 to 5 at Levy and Hillsborough counties. And casualty and damage heavy rain caused collapse of 32 buildings in Cuba. 1 person was killed and 3 were injured. In the U.S. and the United States of America, I was about to say, there were no direct deaths due to Allison. Damage was the greatest along the coastal regions of Dixie, Levi, Taylor, and Wauchula counties, mostly from storm surge effects. 60 houses and businesses were damaged. A house collapsed at Bald Point in Franklin County, and about 5,000 people were evacuated. So here is the full track of Allison, and the best track is June 3rd, 1995 at 0 UTC. Allison became Tropical Depression 1, located at 17.4 north, 84.3 west, with 1,005 millibars or 30 knots. 12 hours later, on June 3rd, 1995 at 12 UTC, Allison became Tropical Storm Allison, located at 19.3 north, 85.7 west, with 1,003 millibars and 35-knot winds. 24 hours later, on June 4th, 1995, at 12 UTC, Allison became Hurricane Allison, located at 24.7 north, 86.2 west, with 987 millibars and 65-knot winds. This is the minimum threshold and the maximum winds while it was still a tropical cyclone, not an extratropical storm. 18 hours later, on June 5th, 1995, at 6 UTC, Allison became Tropical Storm Allison, located at 28.5 north, 85.6 west, with 909 millibars and 6-knot winds. You can see a more close-up view of Allison's track right on your screen. 8 hours later, on June 5th, 1995, at 14 UTC, Allison made landfall near Alligator Point, Florida, located at 29.9 north, 84.4 west, with 991 millibars or 60-knot winds. 1 hour later, on June 5th, 1995, at 15 UTC, Allison made landfall near St. Marks, Florida, located at 30.1 north, 84.2 west, with 991 millibars and 55-knot winds. 9 hours later, on June 6th, 1995, at 0 UTC, Allison became a tropical depression, located at 31.8 north, 82.8 west, with 993 millibars, with 30-knot winds. 6 hours later, on June 6th, 1995, at 6 UTC, Allison became extratropical Allison, located at 32.7 7 north, 81.5 west, with 994 millibars and 35-knot winds. As you can see here is the extratropical track pretty long track and mostly the lifespan of Allison. Uh, so here is the track of Allison. Here is a close-up track of Allison through the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico. Here is a map of the pressure for Allison. Here is a map of the wind speed for Allison, and here's the satellite imagery for Allison. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Next video will be on Tropic Profession 1E, formed on May 24th, 1995. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe with the notification bell on so you can enjoy more videos. Bye-bye, and stay safe. Later.